What's up, everybody? What's up, Teresa Cox? Happy Monday.
What's up?
What's up? Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. We are having some
Sorry.
Bostonian technical issues we're trying to get worked out, but we will start up once they hop in. But happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's say some hellos. Luxury on a dime. Hello from Florida.
Brian on the road checking us out.
That's right. Susie Eads is here. Restated
Bumper,
Threads. What's up?
Romper, bumper, humper, boo. I forget.
Colson's Collectibles. What's up? That's Barbara Colson, right?
Yep.
Hey, Barbara. How are you? Totally Thrifty. What's up? Thanks for joining. Groveland, Florida. Lots of Florida. Here's a Mississippi. Hopefully you're not having any challenging weather. I don't know where the weather map is now. I know it's down south. Down near my mom, Alabama, Texas, of course, Florida, I think. So, we look at the south, but we're nervous of the weather. Happy Monday, Kim. What's up? Kathy's here.
Romper, bumper, stomper, boo.
Romper, bumper, stomper, boo. I see Teresa, Club Red 97. Brian Hargis and Suzanne joining us from the road. Hopefully you're driving safely. Depending upon what.
Do we know where they were at when they were on this morning?
I don't know. I think they are just starting out.
Oh, so they're probably still in Texas for the next week.
Hey, here's Veta. Veta's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, Veta's hopping in because she's going to be on the Friday Live with Amanda and me. So Friday, Clara's going on holidays back to Argentina. She's very excited, but we are still, of course, doing the Friday Live. So Veta will be here. We're excited to talk to her. It's going to be cool. Texas getting lots of rain. That's what I heard. I have a friend that lives in Texas by the name of Tiffy Pie, but she's in Florida visiting her mom for Mother's Day. So we will see. Sam Pratt, hey everyone, Vegas here. I saw Melissa W. lives close to me in SoCal, in kind of my own hood. I noticed that the other day on Facebook. So what's up, Melissa? Thanks for joining us. Alive and well on Friday.
See what she did there.
What neither sun nor rain nor sleet nor snow will stop our Friday lives. But, ladies and gentlemen, technical issues from a meetup in Boston could throw us off. So we will
a house full of resellers, but nobody knows how to use a computer.
Well, I think they've gone to that restaurant.
Oh, they went to the restaurant. That's right, because they're doing that meetup.
So you never know with those restaurant Wi-Fi. So hopefully we can pull this off. We try these things, you never know. But
roll the dice and see how it goes.
Roll the dice, see what we get. What do we get for a 3? New eBay New England resellers meet up on tonight.
Excuse me. Reading is fundamental. That it would be eBay New England sellers meetup.
Oh, eBay New England sellers. That's right.
This morning he tried to call it the Bay Area sellers.
I know. One to my heart. Desiree, have they plugged it in? That's
Good question.
When I was in college, I worked in media services, and you check the plug and then you check the on and off switch, and you'd be surprised how many times that's the issue. Oh, don't let Trish see this. We know Trish, and I'm sure she's super stressing out, but it's going to be okay.
Because they have us.
They have us to
keep them entertained.
To keep you entertained.
What a terrible swap.
It's a sacrifice we have to take.
There's my chimes.
Yeah, so we'll get on it ASAP. Safe travels to Brian and Suzanne. They're actually traveling and sourcing, so follow their journey. I think he's going to share it in the List Perfectly group and the listing party group as well. But they are sourcing and selling as they go with the goal to try and finance the trip. So they're actually going to come through California. So they've asked me to And I just think we literally had an earthquake, believe it or not. Or maybe it's just me bouncing up and down. Oh, it's Kevin bouncing up and down. They're coming through California, so I'm going to send them a list of the recommended sites. Susie says, I bet they left the keys. We left the keys in the car. They left the keys in the car. T Money and D Funny going to save the. Ooh, that's good. Thank you so much.
You know what? Kim has the best sense of humor. And let me just tell everybody, her gift game is on point.
Oh, really? She's very thoughtful too. And a very nice lady.
She has a gift gif for everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, I'm a big John Mulaney fan. He's a comedian, and he just did this series of live shows on Netflix from LA. And this poor guy is trying to manage all this chaos. He did a pretty good job. So I'm watching those. So maybe I'll get some tips from John Mulaney on managing, things that go wrong, challenges, things like that. But if we get this going, it's going to be epic. Look at this photo. We've got Trish, Diane, Patrick, Simon, who spells his name so coolly. I wish I could come up with a cool spelling for Doug. I usually get Doe. Dough. I've always gotten that. Dug. I got on a trophy once in Cub Scouts. It was for a Pinewood Derby trophy. I was so excited. It was my first ever trophy, and I got it, and it said DUG.
Oh my gosh. I never even thought to spell it DUG.
But I get Doe a lot. Obviously, Katie and Vicky, Yaya, Chris, and Julie Brown, downtown Julie Brown. I think it's very interesting. Well, I want to go out to the temple sometime. Very excited about that. And I think it's very interesting that they sell such different stuff. Because the tiki world, now that's quite a world to get into, quite a niche. Those people take it seriously. And then Chris is an auto pots seller. So I don't know how they
pots. Yep.
Auto pots. And I'm very curious who was into tiki first, who got the other into tiki. Maybe I suppose Chris has to be into tiki. My guess is probably it was Julie that was into tiki first. So I don't know. But Patrick and Simon out from Arizona to come in and see Diane. Katie and Vicky from Vegas. Yaya's down in Florida. And Chris and Julie are in whatchamacall. Where are they from?
Ohio.
Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. So, but while we wait, if you have any questions, you should, that's an easy one. Dig Dug, Dougie Fresh, and then, of course, for several years now, several-ish years, Snoop Dougie. So.
Does that mean that you're Snoopy?
I think it's more based on the rapper, but I am a Snoop
I was thinking calling you a Snoop.
Snoop. I get Snoop a lot as well.
Like being nosy, Snoopy.
And then we've got Teresa, T Money, Club Red, T. What else do we call you, Teresa?
I don't care what you call me. Just don't call me late to dinner. I don't know. It's so funny because I don't know who I was talking to. I never had a nickname growing up, but somehow or other in high school and afterwards, I have so many different nicknames depending on who you are.
And what you participated in, because you played softball, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a softball nickname?
I can't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it could get loud. Let's see. We'll bring her in.
Don't you need to see
She looks frazzled. What is up?
Hi, Katie.
Hey. Oh, it's Mary. What's up? How's it going? You're live. 10 million people are watching, so don't
10
be nervous.
million?
I'm here.
10 million?
10 or 10 million, same.
It's my hair.
Yes.
So, for anyone who didn't go to camp last year, this is my stepmother, Mary.
Hi.
Extraordinaire, here to hang out. Can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, you sound lovely.
Oh, good. So I unplugged. So we're gonna walk around, see who we can see. Hey, Amy. Hey, everybody. Kim said, "Hey, Mary."
What's up?
from camp said, "Hey, that's."
Tens of people are watching.
So we're at the meetup.
Look at this. So this is what's this restaurant?
It's called Adria, Adria, and it's in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Not that anyone would know from my accent. And people are still coming in. I'm really sorry. I was having big technical difficulties.
These things happen, Trish.
And I couldn't get in. It's really cute. It's a really cute venue.
Lovely.
It's very lovely. Thank you, Kim. So we're here with a whole bunch of people. Go by. Let's go see Patrick and Simon.
All right. I was just saying how I love the way Simon spells his name, so I need to figure out what's up, Patrick and Simon.
What's
nice
up?
to see you.
Oh, you are not here.
No.
Hi.
I know everybody.
Hi, though. He's living.
He's living.
Everybody's disappointed that I'm not there. I'm sure. So what's up?
Patrick and Simon are here.
All right, from Arizona.
So this is Andy. This is Andy.
What's up, Andy?
And
How are
this
you?
is Suzanne.
Suzanne, how are you?
So they're original members of the meetup. So they came to see Di and hang out for a little while.
It's me. I'm still here.
This is Chris. He's still
Chris
here.
Brown. Downtown Chris Brown.
So there are a whole bunch of people here. We have some new people. We also have some regulars, which is nice. Plus, we also have some people, who've never been here before, which is always good.
All right.
So I came in the quiet room.
Trish is leaving.
I'm out of here. So I would like to say we were going to have this on a big screen. I have red on my face. On my hands. We were going to have this on a big screen and we can't find the screen. It's been a day.
Okay.
So I would like to say that Teresa, Doug, and I are all wearing camp shirts. Just throwing it out there for the heck of it, if anyone's interested. We didn't plan that.
Look at that. Teresa was just gyrating her shoulders. You missed it.
Oh, I did? Hey, now.
I got to get my. There we go.
I know.
This is backwards. You know how it's a lot harder than it looks because Zoom, it's the mirror, it's the right image. But I tried to fix my hair and it was all wrong. I had to go brush my hair and look in the mirror. It was awful.
I know. Oh, I don't think I have mine mirror. I don't. You guys are smarter than me. I didn't even mirror mine. Team Money getting bad down with her bad self.
Team is on fire.
So I'm gonna start the meetup in a minute and thank some people and talk about Diane and thank her for doing all this originally. So I will keep you guys up. If that works, great. If it doesn't work, Doug, you feel free to take it down and talk what you want about, and then I'll come back when it's over. But I'm gonna try to do that. So let's go see if we can figure out an angle that would work.
This is like a ghost investigation show.
I know. And then we went into the back room where the bodies were found.
Did you hear that? Maybe leave your phone with Mary and she can film you.
Do you want me to do what?
If you want, maybe Mary can hold the phone and film you, or do you have a tripod or something?
No.
You can lean it on a...
I told you.
Lean it on a napkin holder, perhaps?
That's what I mean. I'm going to figure it out right now. And then we'll start this meeting. And I just want to thank everybody for coming, anyone who's here, because it means a lot to Diane, which is all that I care about. At the moment, this is the only reason we're really doing this, is because it makes her happy. And
it's going to be okay.
It's been a day, guys.
So
give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. So I'm just going to put you down and see if I can figure something out.
All right. And so, Teresa, have you ever been to the eBay New England Sellers Meetup? You're muted.
I have been a guest speaker at the New England Sellers Meetup.
All right, as have I.
Because we special.
That's right. That's right. Brian
And they bought my dinner and everything. It was awesome.
oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I
They
went
didn't buy
there.
your dinner?
Yeah, they did. I don't know if I ate those. Sometimes I don't eat at these things.
Got it.
I don't
If you
remember.
didn't eat, you missed out. I don't remember what I had, but it was really, really good.
Yes, one girl's Vintiques. Diane is a great lady. The crowd loves you, Trish. They're telling you it's going to be okay. Oh, that's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's two chairs two chairs in a box.
But wait, all we see is the ceiling and the exit sign.
She's.
But if you do that, all you see is my boob.
Wait, are you going to
Family
stand
show.
there?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
talk.
okay. I got it.
Trish, be careful. Brian Hargis might be driving. You don't want him to
I
go
know.
off
I
the road.
don't want to cause a ruckus.
Exactly. And so, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the eBay New England Sellers Meetup. Was started up by Diane Lassonde many years ago. Trish came in and helps out, kind of took it over. So, yeah, you well attended. I went there with Brian Burke when I was with eBay in the near dead of winter. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I need you all to sit down and look at me. Yes, ma'am. I'm very bossy.
So we're so glad you.
Get. I wanted to, so just so everybody knows, we have YouTube going on at the same time. I don't know how long this will last, but I just wanted it here for a little while. I first of all want to thank you guys for coming. A lot of you came from very far. Vicky and Katie, Patrick and Simon, Julie and Chris. You know, yeah, I was getting there. I was gonna say, and who can forget? Yeah, but you didn't even let me do my own joke. But I wanted to. Oh, people from New Hampshire! Yay! I wanted to thank you all for coming. This means a lot to me personally. Oh, look at me.
Picture, but so pretty.
Thank you.
So
That's my daughter.
16.
That's my daughter yelling, "You're so pretty" from the audience, so I'll stop crying. You know, I don't know what most of you know about me personally, but I bought a very failing consignment store about 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago now. And it was the biggest failure I ever had in my whole life. I mean, professionally, I had a few bad relationships. I don't want to make it sound like I didn't, but it was the single worst professional thing I ever did in my life. Can you guys hear okay? Okay. And I went on meetup.com and I put in that I was looking for an eBay meetup, and Diane's meetup, this one, popped up. And it was on the night that I was open, my consignment store was open. So I asked her a couple questions and I just said, hey, and she said, well, you should shut your store down and come. And then I wrote, I can't do that. And she wrote, then find somebody to work for you. And I was like, I was failing miserably. The thought of finding somebody to come in and do this for me was not even a realm of possibility in my head. So I didn't do that. And I didn't go to the meetup. And maybe a month or so later, she shows up in all her glory, all decked out in aqua, as I know most of you would be shocked to hear. And she bulldozed her way in and said to me, first thing she said to me is, why aren't these pocketbooks online to sell? Because there was lots of pocketbooks in the front. And I was like, dude, lady, I don't even know you. What is going on? And she's like, you wrote me, I'm Diane, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, you know, thank you for coming. So nice to meet you. What the hell do you say, right? So next thing I know, she's behind my counter and she says to me, pull up your eBay, pull up your eBay. I mean, she's right next to the register, cash register. She could have been stealing me blind. I didn't know what she was doing. And I pull it up and she starts to tell me all the things that I was doing wrong, which I needed to hear. And so I said to her, I'm closing down my store. And she said, well, as soon as you close it, you come to my meetup. And I did. So I come to this meetup, and we're in this exact room, and I come to this meetup, and I say, you know, I know you're all going to be shocked by this, but I'm not exactly shy. So, you know, so I'm like, hey, nice to meet you again, blah, blah, blah. I don't need things from the peanut gallery in there. So so I'm not shy. I start talking to her, and she gets up and she says, so eBay opens in 3 months. Who wants to go with me? Now you can do the crickets. Crickets. Nobody says anything, right? Nobody says a word. So she looks at me, and I go, okay, I'll go. And then she goes, all right, we're sharing a room, and she's back, you know, and she's off. And I'm like, I don't know this woman. I don't know what I've never been to Vegas. Like, why am I doing this? I'll go anywhere. So I was good with Vegas. So, you know, 6 weeks later, she and I went on a plane to Las Vegas, and
You're so pretty. So pretty. A pretty girl.
and it changed my life. It not only helped me figure out what to do with my business and not be a failure, because I was.
You were not a failure.
Oh no, it was me. No. Yeah.
No.
I don't need. No, I know what I did wrong. You all don't need to tell me. But she also, I'm an only child, and she also very graciously took me under her wing. And her and her family have been. No, if you get out of that chair,
That'll make it worse.
Jen Lassonde just yelled, we don't like you that much, so calm down from the audience, okay? I just want you guys to know what happened. So they've been a godsend to me and my daughter. And my business from that moment on got better and better. And every time she introduced me to somebody, my business would get better, because I would meet somebody who I wouldn't have met otherwise if it hadn't been for Diane. Chris Brown is somebody who has always been the most successful seller I knew personally, right? Like, he always was. And I would look at his numbers and think, oh, how does anyone do that, right? And then Diane at that point said to me, well, look at my numbers. And I was maybe 1/4 of what she was. And every time I saw her, she would hand me my phone and say, how you doing? And she would hand me my phone. And this went on for months and months. And when I finally beat her, and I beat her over and over and over again. No. I mean this sincerely. Like, it wasn't, I would go up and then down and then up and then down. But when I finally started to beat her consistently over and over again, she was more happy for me than I was for me. So, and I hope you all get to have a relationship with somebody who really wants you to do better than they do, because that is life-changing. And eBay for me has been a life-changing experience. And I am forever grateful to Diane for doing that. So, and as you all know, she is sick. And because of that, I know a lot of you came today, and I'm very thankful for that. And poor Dave is brand new and doesn't know what is going on. Dave, I promise you. Oh, Tina, you eat them. It's usually really fun, and we're still going to talk about eBay stuff. Don't anyone worry, or just selling in general. But I just wanted to be able to say a few things. So Denise, come up here for a second. Denise Feeney and I are going to be taking over the meetup. And for those of you who know that I work for List Perfectly and I travel a lot, which means Denise is going to be taking over the meetup. And I will try to help you as much as I can. No, I will. I'm just being funny. But Diane for a long time did all the meetup stuff, and I just lugged stuff or would go down and she'd say, go down this, go down Sella and get this stuff, and I would and bring it up. So. And Diane has graciously said that no matter what happens with her, all the stuff can stay in her house, which is very lovely. And so poor Denise and I will go and annoy her husband on a semi-regular basis, and it will be fun. And Di, do you have anything you want to say? Because I will bring the computer to you. Or if you want to stand up here, I won't yell at you. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Denise.
You're also really pretty. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm also crying. I'm sorry. If I don't, the one thing that I will stress to you all is that you need to come to a meetup. A meetup can be 4 people at a restaurant. A meetup is just resellers hanging out together. Dave and Bill came to our house last night and back this morning, and they already said they've learned like 6 new things that they're going to implement just from talking. And we hadn't had a meeting yet. Don't look at you. Julie is covering her face with a napkin. Okay. But this is how you meet people. This is how you make these connections. If you walk to each table and introduce yourself to someone and tell them what you sell and tell them where you live, and then you get a buddy, like, where'd you go? If you get a buddy like her, and then when we first started the meetup, we didn't have anybody that did better than we did.
Yeah.
And so we're not really getting a lot out of it, but we were meeting and making the connections, which we made, and the connections that we made further through eBay.
So I got to say, I have a feeling Dave does better than us. I'm just saying. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking
I'm sure he
Dave does.
does.
Like, yeah, that's the wrong.
But you need to get a buddy. If you're not doing the things that you want to be doing, you need to get a buddy. You need to have someone who you can take their phone and look at numbers and say, okay, well, you said you were going to do this week. Why didn't you? You make each other accountable. You're at home with no boss. You're the boss, right? So you got to boss yourself around if you don't have a buddy. And within all of this and all the buddies that I've made through the years, I'm so grateful.
See, you didn't do anything. You're so
I'm
pretty.
so pretty. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
that's
else?
it. You thought you don't.
Okay, is that all?
That's
is that good?
You're excused. You're excused.
Thank you.
So, the seller community is big and diverse, and it has lots of different things. I hope you all belong to. Yes, sit down, Betty. Poor Betty came in late and doesn't know what's going on. Other than Trish and Diane are crying fools. Boss has a group that's, there are some groups that, are you in Boss? Oh, okay. Just the way you shook your head, I was gonna say good. There are Facebook groups that can really help. And there's also, these kind of groups. We have our own Facebook page, but we also, there are reseller events, and there are things that I know they seem like far, and why does anyone want to do that? But trust me when I tell you, whatever you put out, you'll get back in those. They are, and I would like to say one other thing. You never know who you're going to meet is going to be interested in what you sell or may have a connection that help you further your own career. So, just telling people, I spent a long time not telling anybody that I resold used clothes. And I thought, it's not interesting. Nobody's going to care. And why am I telling anybody that? And Diane used to say, tell everybody that you do that. And I'd be like, I don't want to. And she's like, I don't care what you want, do it anyways. So I started doing it. And because of that, I have gotten a lot of deals. A lot of people will call me and say, hey, I've got this. Are you interested? Blah, blah, blah. So put it out there what you do. And I think it will come back to you. And also, you know, another thing, teaching is the best way to know that you can do this. You know, help somebody who's new, join a meetup, go. And I'm not saying you all have to run meetups. No one in this room may run one here. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I'm not saying to run a meetup. I'm saying, you know, volunteer, go to your local meetup. If there is not a local one, find one, because they're totally worth it. Yeah, create one. That's what I mean. If there isn't one, please create one and start. eBay will support you. They send swag. They have different things. They have people for group leaders. And if anybody's interested in that, let me know. I'd be more than happy to put you in touch with somebody. But those contacts, and it's also the contacts of what people know at eBay. If you ever have an issue, there are people who know people that you can call and say, hey, who do I need to talk to help this person figure this out? So these are the things. I got to be honest, I don't have a lot of Poshmark connections, but I'm working on it. So like eBay, I know I talk about eBay a lot of times, a long time. It's all the platforms. I don't want anyone to think, Kelly, it's so nice to see you. I don't want anyone to think that you have to be on eBay, Poshmark, Amazon, Etsy, any of them. We would like to help. We don't know that much about Amazon, but we want to help. No, I did not. Mary thought maybe I lost the connection. Sellerevents.ebay.com is the website. Sellerevents.ebay.com. And anyone who's new, we have swag that we'd love for you to take home. And anyone who wants swag, let me know. We got swag. And anybody has any questions, we're happy to answer them. But I just would like to say thank you all again for coming. And we usually have a topic. Tonight, the topic was just kind of Diane. But because we have so many people from out of state, I'm going to put you all on the spot. I would love it if, I'm so terrible. I would love it if you all could maybe tell us what each of you do and what you sell and how long. Would that be kosher? No, get up here. You first.
Go first.
Julie's first.
Hello, everyone. I am Julie Brown. I am married to Chris Brown. Downtown Julie Brown's with an S store. I also have Ohio Tiki Nuts 2024. Now it's brand new. I live in Talmadge, Ohio, which is a suburb of Akron, Ohio. I sell about a third of tiki memorabilia, mugs, etc. About a third used items that were thrifted, garage saled, and about a third of clothes I bought years ago at a closeout store that I bought so many that I still have so many left. My husband helps me list some things in my store, and then he has his own store.
All right,
Okay, so Diane made us buy two years ago, a couple months ago, a Masonic temple that was built in 1915, 24,000 square feet. And I've moved a third of my inventory there that I ship from there. And it has freed up some things in our house so we don't look like hoarders at home, only at the temple.
Okay,
All the honesty.
I would like to say this about Julie. So Julie specializes in tiki and mid-century modern. She kind of downplayed that. I would like to upplay that. The thing about knowing people who do different things, right? If Susan finds something that she thinks is tiki, she could always say, take a picture and say to Julie, hey, is this on the rate? What is this worth? And maybe if you're not interested in selling it, she might say, buy it. I'll give you $20 for it or whatever it is. So having people in different niches that come across something, because we all see stuff, we don't know what it is. And having people who have different specialties and stuff can be important.
I'm important.
You are important. So pretty. Chris, Florida, or what state, please? Julie lives in Ohio. Is that what you were asking me, Clara? Chris Brown, get up here. You gonna say no to me? Oh. So next is Chris Brown. You're gonna say no to me. This is Chris Brown. Get closer to the thing. Chris Brown is the most successful reseller I know personally.
He's okay.
He's okay, and he sells car parts.
Used car parts. We live in Ohio. I used to have a junkyard, and now I just sell exclusively online. So that's about it. I have to help Julie.
How many do you have in your inventory?
17,000 listings.
17,000 listings.
What was
And
the other question?
I don't know because he's so full of crud.
17,000 listings. So
Yeah.
that's-
And he's wicked smart
Oh, I don't know about that.
and so pretty. Exactly, Jill. Car parts. Yeah. So yeah. I misspoke. Cheryl is the most successful reseller I know.
By her own definition.
And Trish is the biggest liar I know. Hi, my real name is Cheryl. I am from Tampa Bay area. Everybody calls me Yaya because I became a Yaya. That's grandmother in Greek, in case you don't know. 6 years ago, so it just kind of stuck, and that's what everybody calls me. I, unlike Chris, do not sell capots. I sell anything legal. I've been selling since the late 90s. eBay and I disagree on the date, but whatevs. I do sell a little bit of everything. I kind of specialize, I guess, or sell the most of scrub tops, which is ridiculous, but it's true. I don't have 17,000 listings. I've been being reamed over the coals for the past 3 days because I have not listed in gosh knows how long. I run the eBay.
Looks like we lost him, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll wait a minute and see if they're able to hop back in. And if not, we will leave you with that special preview. But that was great. I mean,
Got to see everybody.
got to see everybody, some of the people that were there, a lot of big sellers that traveled, to come out and say hi to Diane and wish her well. This is the last meetup she's going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, stop the show.
Did you shut me off, Douglas?
You crashed the server, so there were so many people that
There's so many people applauding. Yeah.
Right.
Hi, Pam. So sorry, I was reading the chat. So I was saying that I sell anything legal. I specialize in scrub tops when I list them. And I have a whole, just in full transparency, I have 353 listings right now. I will get back to it. I promise. Don't say a word, Teresa. So welcome. Yes. Find a meetup group. Create a meetup group. As I said, I run the Tampa Bay area meetup group. So that's proof that you don't have to be Chris Brown, a big successful guy, to run a meetup group. Anybody.
Why'd you call her big? I thought he was pretty.
Anybody can do it. You can do it. And as Trish said, you still know stuff. I know stuff. It's just I choose not to spend 10 hours a day.
Okay,
listing.
she's partly retired. Let's not give her too much
Exactly.
crap. I mean, I get it, Cheryl. It's okay, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Patrick. Simon, you're more than welcome to come up too, but I know this is supposed to be Patrick.
There's Teresa.
Hey,
Doug.
hey.
Yeah.
There's not much to say. I'm from Phoenix. I've resold since 2003. Just reselling items that are common. Reselling items that are commonly found at the garage sales, estate sales, and I buy some arbitrage basically at Home Depot and Lowe's on the end caps, but that's about it.
I didn't know that.
What does that mean? Why end caps? What are you talking about? Tell us more.
Tell about the end caps.
He doesn't want to give away his secret.
No
He's the
secret.
one who said end caps.
The end caps at the end of the aisles are end caps, and a lot of sales, if they're at 70% or more, you can basically always profit on that item. So always check out stuff, even if you don't know what it is, to find out what you can do with it. And it might even go for more. Say it's $50 online, you can sell it for 80 or 100. It's just about logistics that you're there and the other persons are not. So a lot of stores will do that.
Fun.
Yes.
Poor Patrick. He doesn't want to
Thank you.
do any of these things. Thank you, Patrick.
He's so pretty.
He's so pretty. And so we have two lovely gentlemen who they didn't fly. They drove in from Pennsylvania, and I would like one or both of you to come up here, please. Bill and Dave, which are Gnome and the Frog, right? That's what I said, Gnome and the Frog.
You got it. I'm the frog.
Oh,
He's no.
okay. So introduce yourself. Tell everyone what you do.
I'm Bill. I'm David. This is my husband. My husband, Bill. Yes, we are Gnome and the Frog on eBay.
Started in 2018.
18,
Yeah.
so 6 years now reselling. Mostly, well, over 50% of women's jeans is our business.
Yeah.
Because I decided to learn those men's jeans are horrible. They'd never size right, so women's are much better. He goes to auctions and buys collectibles.
Yard sales, auctions, and we do collectibles. It's about it.
I don't know. I know one thing. The main thing we've learned most in our learning curve is the research and Terapeak sell-through rate.
We were
Makes
being
a
stubborn.
difference.
We were being stubborn with it.
We weren't paying attention to the sell-through rate early on.
Once we started paying attention to like stuff over like 20, 30%, we were selling it within 30 days.
So that's
And we
my
changed our
advice.
mind. Yep.
So
So
and she's gone.
And just to note, if anybody didn't know, Terapeak
Thanks.
is now on mobile. If you
Thank you.
update your eBay. Yes.
All right, so this is a tip for everybody that Julie was just saying. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I'm louder than them. eBay now has Terapeak, which is called what? What's it called now? Market research. And if you update your app on your phone, it's incorporated now. So just keep it. Katie, your turn. Vicky can
3
go up.
years back. 3 years back on market research on mobile. Product research on mobile right now, 3 years
So
back.
pretty. We're both so pretty. It's actually product research.
Product research. Sorry,
Product.
I should say research, and it wasn't Terapeak anymore. They've renamed it.
And you get it when you go into the selling tab. You have to scroll down.
See more.
Yes.
See more.
See more.
All right, so I'm Vicki. This is Katie. We're from Las Vegas. I'm actually from Rhode Island. So
And I'm from Oregon.
So I come back here a lot to visit with friends and family, and that was part of the reason why we were here this week. We were planning on coming to visit Diane this week and visit our family. It's what I always do at the end of April, early May. It's kind of our annual thing. So I also host the Las Vegas meetup. And Katie and I are two of the three people that put on the Boss Reseller Remix, which is an annual, even though we're skipping this year, an annual reseller conference that's held in Las Vegas. So any of you that don't know about it, let us know.
And we also have a YouTube channel, very creatively called Katie and Vicky.
Super original. I've been selling on eBay since 1997, 98-ish, but full-time, I was a very casual seller and then went full-time in 2010. And I've been full-time without a jobby job since then. And I always say I'm pretty much feral at this point. I don't think I'm hireable. I could not work for anyone else. I'd be fired the first day, or I would rage quit and burn the building down, one of the two.
Maybe get
It's just
arrested.
it's not a thing. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I sell primarily vintage women's clothing is kind of my niche or my focus, but I sell everything: men's vintage, women's vintage, hard goods, linens, shoes, whatever. I don't sell a lot of modern things, and I don't sell a lot of modern brands. So a lot of what I sell is not stuff that you can comp. It's kind of instinct and it's general comping based on the category or whatever. So it's a niche down knowledge with a slower sell-through rate. So you've got to have a larger inventory. It's a thing. Anyway, and I'm always changing. And I use List Perfectly. I was one of the first people, the first group of people to onboard with List Perfectly, and we've been using them for years and years now, on several marketplaces. Primarily eBay. I think most of us are primarily eBay, but I do sell on 4 other marketplaces. That's really it. Yeah. Keep learning and keep changing because the market is changing.
The market
all the time.
changes. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
my focus is on men's vintage streetwear, although I've been expanding a little bit more as of late. I started at the very end of 2015 with full time in 2016. And every year my store was growing and growing and bringing in more revenue. And then last year was the absolute worst year of sales in my entire career of reselling. And so I've had to change a lot of things and really look at how to run my business very, very differently because the market has changed a lot in the last few years. But I love it. And
it's something that we get to do together. We are married, by the way. We are a couple, but we have 2 separate businesses because we met each other at eBay Open in 2017. And we both were sellers before that. And then we decided to combine our lives, but keep our businesses separate so we didn't kill each other.
It's true.
So
We both think we
I
love
highly
it.
recommend if
And
you're
only
doing
on
this with a spouse or a partner, you keep your shit separate. So, this way, we don't care. I don't care how much she spends on sourcing. She doesn't care how much I spend on sourcing. She doesn't care if I take this offer or she takes that offer. It works really well to have that separation because we both have very strong personalities, and there's no way we could do it if we tried to combine things. It would crash and burn. It would be so ugly. Yeah. So,
All right, I just would like to say something. So for years and years, anyone who knows me knows that I have said to anyone who would listen that you should use a bank. Use a bank system. If anyone doesn't know what a bank system is, I'll explain it afterwards. And this morning, it's like the best day of my life. This morning, 2 people who told me they were never using a bank system both told me this morning I was right. One of them,
I mean, I don't know that I told you you were right, but
I don't care. I was right. One of them said, wait, you were in the room. Didn't he say you were right?
He did.
I didn't say it.
He did say that.
The famous mastermind member who sells video games, who I shall keep anonymous just for his protection, said to me, but you all know who he is. Well, they all know who he is. I'm going to say Trisha was right. And I was like this. What? Jason, I don't care. Jason.
You held it back so long.
And then the second person who said in her own way, no, it wasn't a secret. There was 35 people in there.
It's true.
Katie said I should have been doing it for years. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
And we're all very pretty.
And we're all very pretty. So pretty.
So
Thank
pretty.
you very much. Thanks, guys. So what's a bank? Does anyone not know what a bank system is? It's already down. A bank system is where you're listing from a bank, not doing all of your listings at one time. So instead of, if you get 100 good things, you put 100 good things on in that one day, you space them out. So you would do 10 a day or something like that. So you never have a day. This is only really important on eBay. The other, I think it helps the other platforms in their algorithms, but it's not as important. It's very important on eBay that you list every single day, and it will help you with momentum. It will help you with velocity, and the algorithm will respond to it. So if you're somebody who's trying to build up your store, trying to build up 7 days a week, my friend, that is why, and you can now schedule for free on eBay. So if you need to do that, and Katie told us, she's eating, so I'll leave her alone. Katie told us that she schedules on eBay, right? But the other one, she just dumps them in whenever. So she doesn't worry about having 10 go live every day on Posh, on Etsy, on whatever, just on eBay. And so if you're somebody who's trying to build up, start with 2 a day, but 7 days a week. Then go to 3, then go to 5. Depends on what your end goal is. If you want to be a full-time seller and make full-time money, depending on how much your items are worth, you got to be listing multiple times a day, every single day. I'm not saying work every single day. I never work on the weekends, but things go live every single Saturday and Sunday. So, okay, so now I'm just going to give a little plug for my own stuff. Thank you very much. Yes, Crystal. Crystal, a girl just in there, said she was allowed to go on vacation for an entire week. She lives in North Dakota and went to Mexico. And I think if you live in North Dakota, that's probably really important. I'm just saying, because I think it would be really, really cold there. She went for a week, and because of that, her business never stopped. She was still able to keep it going. And we used to put things on vacation that slows everything down. Then it's like gas. You got to get the gas back in eBay, and it takes a while to build it back up to where you were. Extend your handling time, but extend your handling time, but please list every single day if you can. And the other thing I would like to say, I forgot. Oh. So we're going, oh, that's what I was going to say, a plug for myself. Thank you. Thank you, Vicki. Hey, can you guys stop talking for 1 second? It's being picked up. Sorry. If you guys could, anyone who doesn't have List Perfectly, I work for List Perfectly. Anyone who doesn't use List Perfectly, it's a cross-posting service and management e-commerce service. If you do have List Perfectly, I just want you to know that you guys get Listing Party for free. It's part of your credentials. And every single morning, I have a mastermind at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. We have a mastermind class. There are other classes, and you guys are more than welcome. We teach lots of stuff. We'd love to have you. But we are going to have virtual. Last year, we had an in-person camp for a week. This year, we're going to have virtual camp for a week. So it's going to be the week of August 19th. It will be all week. And it's going to be a free event. And it will be for people who use List Perfectly and people who don't. So you'll all be invited. And it will just be different speakers, different topics, all the things that we do here, but in a concentrated time. So the week of August 19th. And I appreciate it so much. And thank you all very much for coming. Hold on. Diane has something she wants to say.
So we were talking about meetups and
I don't know if they can hear you.
I'll go over there.
Hold on, guys.
So we were talking about how important it is to go to meetups, and last fall, did we go to eBay Open in Chicago? And it was Julie and Chris, Trish and I, and we met someone at well, I didn't meet them. I was helping List Perfectly work a table, and Chris comes over to get me, and he says, I need you here. And I'm like, what? He goes, I need you to come to this table and talk. I'm like, what? What am I talking about? He goes, I just need you to say any words. And I'm like, that's kind of weird, but it's Chris, so you do it, right? So I go over to the table and I say, hi, how are you? You know, I'm Diane. Blah, blah. He goes, oh, you're from Boston. And I'm like, oh, where are you from? He says, Abington, which is the exact next town to my house in Rockland. And we grew up, knew the same friends, all the same things. So we couldn't remember. He came out to dinner with us that night. He hung out with us. He was great. But he doesn't have social media. And so what I'm going to say is, you need to have all the social medias, whether you use them or not. You need to get notices when these things are happening. So because he doesn't have social media, we could not remember his name because he didn't join our Facebook group. So I found his name today and I sent him a note. And he was like, nice to hear from you. Hope all is well. I won't be able to make it on the short notice.
It was an hour.
An hour ago. Sorry. He said, let me know if anything else comes up. Tell Trish I said hi. Not sure. I know the others. Sorry, you were not rememberable. But the thing is, he didn't have social media, so he didn't know that we had a meeting in the next town. So get on all the things. And I don't do well at Instagram, and I don't do TikTok and whatever, but Instagram, Facebook, and eBay site right on eBay site. There's a eBay seller. What is that called? Seller events.com. And that will tell you where your meetings are. So when they're posted, you'll see it. And that's how he knew. And I said to him, well, how did you know about eBay Open? He said it was from the eBay events page. So I think we forget to go there. And that's a great resource for people. But you do need to join those other things.
I'm sure you go a town over since you went from Boston.
Right, exactly.
3 hour event.
And I felt bad, but I only met him one day and I couldn't remember his name. So that, but thank you. That's all.
Thank you. Thanks guys for coming. You guys, we'll talk in 1 second. You guys don't have to leave if you don't want to, but so I hope you all have a lovely dinner. Thank you all very much. I want to thank Liz Perfectly for picking up the appetizers. That was very nice of them. And thank you, Clara, if you're in there. And virtual camp listing party starts August 19th. I'll get stuff out in another week. This week. I'll get stuff out this week. I'm not going to New York or anything. It's no big deal. I hope you all have a lovely night. Thank you. Anyone new, thank you for coming. This isn't how it usually goes. Please come back. And all the people that are here, they'd love to talk to you. Ask them any questions. Anyone who's a new seller, please feel free to ask anybody any questions. We'd love to help. Any problems you're having, we'd love to help. And Diane wants nothing more than to tell you what you're doing wrong. So that is very true. Yeah, I will. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a lovely night. Dougie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody there. Tell them I wish I was there. Goodbye, everyone. Miss you all. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for being there. And Diane, we love you. Love you, Diane.
Yeah. Thanks, Dougie. Hold on, you can say that to her, and then I'll go. Dougie wants to say goodbye to you.
Bye. I love you.
Love you
so much.
I love you
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
Dougie.
you. All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. We'll drop poor Trish out. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. This was a special thing we wanted to do for Diane's meetup, and make a special announcement as well, but be there for for Diane and check things out and how it went. And they're still going out there in Boston. But thanks everybody for watching, and thanks everybody for listening. More love for Diane coming through there. And then don't forget, we've always got stuff going on. Tomorrow, I'm looking at my little calendar. Tomorrow or Wednesday, reseller tips with T&D, Teresa and Trish and Doug. And then Friday, we've got the live with Claire and Amanda. That'll be back Friday at 11 Pacific, 2 East. And we're welcoming our good friend Veta. That'll be super cool. She's going to talk about selling and washing and Poshmark and all that. And then next week, the Seller Trinity podcast will be back. Obviously, we've got the YouTube channel. Thanks everybody for being here. You're going to see a lot more stuff like that, like this. We're going to be experimenting with different things. And again, this is exciting. We announced virtual camp listening party, which is going to be really cool. A lot of virtual stuff and some surprises as well. So mark your calendars the week of August 19th. Obviously, more info will be coming out on this, but keep an eye out in the group and the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/list perfectly. And then in your list perfectly, you've got that cool little icon now, and your left hand bar in the new dashboard that lists all your updates. Keep an eye on those. We put one out earlier today, we have a great sustainability webinar coming up this Thursday at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. Clara, Amanda, and Dana from Live Perfectly are going to be there with Jessica Renard from Helpsy, and they're going to talk about sustainability and how that ties into each of our missions, and it's going to be really cool. Tony, Barbara's awesome. What's up, Barbara? There is a meetup there, so and that's great. That's also run by the great Stephanie Inge. Is a great fellow resource, and I believe that one, Tony, is the original, the OG, the first eBay seller meetup. So be sure and check that out. But again, thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. And then we will see you all next time. Thanks everybody.